Boop, boop. I haven't used OBS in probably. Is that buzz supposed? Did you hear a buzz?
It's gonna go.
Oh yeah, look at that! It just went away, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside voice. I hear these youngins by the slang that I bid first, and I can't even get no credit for it. That shit hurt. Yeah, we been nerds, not the type to use big words. Still down to throw you if you throwing the fist first. Fail face, but every now and then I don't get curved. Still in the broken hearted that we get what we deserve. Freak show, they staring and don't ask for no pictures. Cause I'm a giant man like I'm Fishburne. Maybe cause I'm hotter than the grease with a fish burn. We're slacking now, I'm putting in that work like an intern. I probably won't gain lives. Like trading in your system, the game stop. Don't really rap about what I ain't got. Been me since back when I could fit in the tank top. You think I'm ever changing? I think not. Hit the taco truck and I can show you the flame spots. They only taking cash and now I'm making the bank stop. Think cock, don't say a word, just open that safe lock. Now I'm playing the ATM, broken the rain guap. Raindrops falling on my head. I hate cops, ain't talking to the feds. Zombie mode on a rocky road, walking like I'm dead. Need to pick me up that I will eat the chocolate with the bread. Still trash, just now me in my pockets getting fed. That's real rap, now I can pay for guac without a sweat. You feel that? Playlist full of Indian drill trap. Problems, I got 99 on me, I'm Lil Sap. But fucking never cried over spilled paps. Never crying over who spilled that. Young medicine man, and I'm looking to peel caps. Yeah. Put on the beat and I will snap. Put on the beat, I'ma kill that.
Hey, hello, howdy.
Ooh.
We are here. This is Ryne Radio. I'm your host, Ryan Watkins. I got a guest with me today. Who are you, my guy?
Matthew Mccarron. Thank you very much, Ryan. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
It's I'm out of my cage. I'm out of my cage. I'm actually seeing other people other than the ones I'm related to, or who work at Home Depot or Safeway.
Nice. No, fucking thanks for coming through, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's been like for one thing, I always wanted to kind of get you back on the show, period, just because I went and did your show.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, like right now, like there's a deficit as far as the stand-up comedy world, so it's
Huge
not really
deficit.
it's not really hard to get a stand-up comic to want to do a show right now.
That's what I'm telling everyone. If now is the time to start a podcast or a show or YouTube channel or something, because a lot of people who were too busy to talk have time to talk now.
Yeah.
But ironically, I did take a hiatus from my podcast. I took about 4 weeks off, and like we were talking about, and it felt good.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about anything. I didn't have to prepare any set lists for comedy. I didn't have to think who I needed to book on the podcast. It was just kind of me hanging out with the family. But then all of the stuff started popping off, the protests, the revolution started, and then I go, you know what, I want to get back into podcasting. And so I did a podcast, dropped a podcast today, and then you hit me up, and I go, oh yeah, I got to go over and I got to talk to Ryne, see what he's up to.
Awesome. Yeah, because like today I was like, I definitely because I just been hitting people pretty much ever since I knew in my head, okay, I'm going to be just going live every single day pretty much.
That's bold.
Now I'm just like every single day I'm hitting up every single body like, hey, when do you want to come on my show? And then like somebody would be like, well, yeah, for sure. I'm like, and then especially you, because you were the first person that hit me back. So I'm like, all right, well, you want to come out tonight? Because I'm pretty much going every single night now. Yeah. And like I said, it's definitely easy to get a stand-up comic on. So how you been like trying to, you've been cracking jokes on the kids?
Yeah, I tried jokes from time to time. I'll try jokes on my wife and kids, but we're so, first off, I'm dealing with a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. Yeah. So most of the time the context, they don't even have context. And I don't even want to tell them any of my blue jokes, anything that has cuss words or sexuality or anything. They're not ready for that. And then my wife, she's more kind of I don't want to say she's not a stand-up comedy fan, because we've gone to comedy shows, she laughs, but she would never go out of her way to watch joke telling, right? And so when I hit her with jokes, it's always kind of like, I understand where you're going with it, but it's not. You know what? That kind of dynamic never works with stand-up comedy, right? If you tell someone like, "Oh, I do stand-up comedy," and then the conversation will roll on, and then they'll go, "Tell me a joke," and you'll be like, "Well, I can't tell you a joke because it's like a joke is a story with a left turn, and so I don't even know where do I start now."
Yeah.
So unless I have, you know what, I always keep one-liner dad jokes in the back pocket. You know?
Oh yeah.
And I can throw those out from time to time, but no, it doesn't work. So what I've been doing is I started doing Zoom comedy here and there. And at least I'm back in the community, so to speak. I see the people we perform with regularly, and everyone's trying out their stuff. Some people are still working on the same stuff that they were working on prior to shelter in place. And I'm kind of like, well, that's good. Keep all that, but shouldn't we be trying new stuff because we've had nothing but time to think?
No, that's the greatest hits at this point. Like,
it's the greatest hits.
It's the greatest hits at this point.
That needs to go on some kind
I'm almost terrified because I had a bunch of apocalyptic jokes before all of this, and then I don't know if this is gonna be like if I go back and say those jokes again, if it's more apropos or not. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you know, it depends how much mileage they got happening in 2020.
Yeah,
because. Yeah, anything apocalyptic that you were doing prior to 2020 is going to be very relevant now.
Right?
Very relevant.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, that's very true. But I've still been trying to work on some things here and there. I'd say right before we were going live, I'd just be trying to crack jokes on my customers and shit like that.
Nice. Does it go over well?
Sometimes I got a cool little Prince bit that I dropped on these cats, and they were rolling. So, and I've been working it on some other people because I actually got invited to do a private show allegedly.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be at the end of this month, but I guess I'm gonna have to prepare for that pretty soon. But
start thinking about the set list. How many minutes?
I don't even know, right? I don't even know. I got to really touch in because he was just like, "Hey, you want to do a show?" I'm like, "All right, yeah, sure." Yeah. But at the same time, it's like there's no way I cannot address everything happening, right? There's no way because most of my material beforehand was just like, "Oh yeah, whatever, this is me." But with everything going on, it's like, "Oh geez."
Let me ask you this. So there's been just tragedy after tragedy and death after death, and just both with the pandemic and with Black Lives Matter and everything that's going on. But do you feel like something really positive is happening too? I feel like this might be the first time in my life where things are going in a direction there might actually be a worthwhile correction.
Yeah.
A worthwhile course correction. Because, I mean, this protest is global. And I don't think there's ever been a movement that was like, oh, yeah, Australia, they're protesting. Canada, they're protesting. England, France, I think it also just really goes to show how interconnected we are through social media now, though, too. That's a good point.
You know? And it's there's some of that's yeah, it's just crazy because you would think at a certain level when every single state is protesting the same single thing, and then it becomes every single country.
Yeah,
it's we might have something here.
Yeah,
we might have a problem here.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's and then we've just been seeing the same sort of videos happening everywhere else. And it's me and Dan, or mostly Dan, was just yeah, the simulation's broken. Simulation's broken, and it's just
do you believe in that stuff?
Who knows at this point, right? With all the crazy shit that happened. What's up, folks? What's up? We're in here.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, Swammy, this is the guy I was on his podcast before. That is.
Am I making sense?
Am I making sense?
I forget which episode. I can pull that up while we have our conversation.
Yeah, no, but you've been doing that show pretty hard beforehand too.
Before every week I did at least a podcast once a week. Sometimes I'd get 2 out. I think I even made a few heroic efforts with 3 podcasts, but nothing like every night. I like what you're doing here, Ryne, and I want to challenge myself. It's
pretty fun, man.
Yeah, I can't do every night. I know I would melt down and burn out, but the way you're set up right now, you could just have your space capsule. We're in a SpaceX podcasting capsule right now.
Exactly.
And you just come strap into the rocket ship every night and then just start boom, 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 going for it.
Yeah.
And consistency, you know, when it comes to, I don't know how all the RSS feeds work, right? Like I put my audio on my website, which goes out to all of the places, right? And then I have a YouTube channel. But I think when it comes to things like Google Play and Apple, whatever that's called, Apple Music, wherever podcasts, Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, probably. Or,
Apple Podcasts?
Yeah.
Consistency matters. Because if you're hitting it every week, you're actually ranked higher. So I don't know. Is this categorized as a comedy? I don't know.
I mean, this is just straight on YouTube. This is just on Dan's channel. We don't even
Okay.
we don't even go too far into it.
That.
Yeah.
But anyway, consistency is key. Same with YouTube. I mean, YouTube, it's the second largest search engine on the internet.
Yeah.
It's algorithm driven, obviously. So when you see, oh, wait, this guy's taking his channel seriously and he's posting up every night, it helps.
Definitely.
It gets the word out.
Yeah, I mean, like, and when Dan had it, like, I mean, this is definitely like built from Dan for sure, and like it was mostly his folks in the beginning, but like he got to a point where, you know, like he got involved with Adopt My Block and started his dog rescue, and he was just like seeing that I was starting my own show on my own channel, so he was just like, hey man, like I've already kind of like I'm he pretty much was like this. He's like, you are like exactly about to start like what I've already like done.
Yeah.
So just
here you go.
Take this and see what you already do, since you already understand like what you're, you know, like kind of signing on for in a way. So I was like, yeah, man, fuck, why not? And that's why I've just been doing this, and like with no real true intentions other than I've always kind of wanted to be like a host or a DJ of some kind growing up as a little kid. Yeah. And fucking, yeah. Like it's all here. So it's what else is left other than me to just do the thing. Yeah. And it's just a great way. Like we were saying downstairs too, it's just a great way to try to keep your mind and your mouth like as like one fluid motion, as far as coming up with thoughts and just getting them out there very cleanly and not being very messy about it.
You don't want that verbal constipation when you're on stage.
No. And a lot of the stand-up comedy is just being comfortable speaking, really.
Probably.
And then
there's a rhythm. There's a rhythm to it.
Just being comfortable, and then timing, and then at a certain level just kind of pushing, be like a kind of amplified version of yourself, like not so much in a, like, I'm not saying like yell or something like that, but just amplified in like what is your kind of distinctive like character, and then like push that forward. And a lot of times it's not necessarily the exact words what you say. I mean, sometimes for sure, you know, puns and whatnot, but there's a lot of times just like we were even saying too, like with the podcast, like people just kind of buy into brands, and you know, like I know there's probably a lot of people out there that's like, oh, that's like a sellout mentality or things like that. But it's not so much of that. It's like we're just in that digital age now to where it's like this stuff's going to get categorized regardless.
I never understood the concept of sellout. I never understood it. And here's why. Because when you're a professional, you have, I mean, literally you have sold out. You've said, I am now a creator who creates things and accepts money for what I create. Yeah. So I'm selling. It's the literal translation. I'm selling. And so, okay, in the beginning, maybe comedy, right? And let's take someone like Kevin Hart, who I think he's an absolute murderer. I don't like it when people talk to. I get it. His last few specials, they didn't do anything for me either. But you can't take away what he built over 15, 20 years of his career. So he starts open mics, and then he does good enough to get into clubs. And at that point, he's selling. He's selling tickets, and he's getting paid. And then he goes from clubs to theaters, and he's still selling his performance. He's selling his act. And then he goes to arenas, and then he does Hollywood and level. He keeps selling, and then people would call him sellout. But I go, no. How does that make sense? In my mind, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah,
because at a certain level, it's just like really comedy is selling. Like,
dude, you know what? That is so true. When I don't know if you ever participate in these comedy contests or not, but some people, they get a little bitter about, they'll say, oh, that's a bringer contest, where if you bring enough people, you'll get the votes. But in my head, I go, well, I think it needs to be reframed in that every time you perform, you're a bringer, meaning I want to have people who are down with my comedy.
Yeah.
And so I'm a bringer.
Yeah, there's not a problem with, like, that's how that works. Like,
so you see what it's just like, it's a bringer. Yeah. I mean, selling tickets is a bringer.
Yeah, for sure. Like, anytime, like, and seeing, like, a lot of this I already learned previously in battle rap, because it's like anytime there's like a poll of some sort where like they vote like who was the best to do this, it's not always who actually did the best. It's just who had the most people like go and vote for them. And
it makes sense.
And then people be like, oh, they just fucking, that's just because he's popular. And it's like, yeah, that's how that works. Thanks for pointing that out. Like, all right. Like, I'm glad we agree. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's a weird thing to be upset about when like
it is a weird thing.
Yeah, like actually does
that's
the thing
point.
Correctly.
Putting butts in seats. That is the point when it comes to entertainment. So
yeah, man. Like,
funniest. So Blue Effigy said funniest shock collar of all time. YouTube this video. You think that's a translation from a different language or something?
Hold on.
It's short.
Is it like what? See, the problem with that is I need to like scrub shit before I watch it, because I don't want to get shit pulled, especially when I be interviewing somebody.
Oh, I see what they're saying. So they want
to like watch something on the screen real quick.
Oh, and they want your opinion on it.
You probably, but
oh, that's dope.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I'd rather like see something beforehand, like know what like the wrestling's one thing. I know wrestling is like okay as long as I don't look up WWE shit.
Okay.
But I can't just be watching any random internet thing just because you don't
get
know.
Shut down, right?
You don't. I mean, we don't really care too much about that because it's like ultimately we can just make another channel. But fucking. I mean, yeah. Yeah. But
that's cool, dude.
Yeah,
that's
no,
cool.
So fucking
and film some stuff out, Pixie. What the shit? This is good. This is good interaction with your listening audience.
And see, there was a time right when all this COVID shit happened.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, it was like, okay, we're gonna shut everything down.
Okay.
And then I immediately was like, hey, I could do a comedy live show.
Okay.
And I was gonna do like just set up a mic stand and like film it live like this.
Yeah.
In the studio that we were in San Francisco. And
I remember we talked about that briefly.
And
yes.
But then by like fucking noontime that day, they were like, oh yeah, no gatherings larger than fucking whatever, and
everything got shut down really quick.
It just like the news just kept coming out. I was like, nope, don't do shit. And then it's just like, all right, well, we're just not gonna do shit for a while then. So we just like gave up for a little while too, just because it was a nice break, to be honest. But I think it was weird.
This is
weird.
I think, obviously so many people have died, and that's miserable and horrible. But I think for the vast majority of people who maintained their health, up and until now, because people need to get back to work, but it was kind of good for people to just, I don't mean unplug from the internet, but I mean they were just not having to rush as much. And I think we all kind of decompressed, and then once everything else started popping off, and now we're back like, oh fuck.
And then like now, like everything, like fucking, summertime is fucking starting to heat up and all that shit. Like
it was hot today.
Yeah, and people are not gonna just be chilling like this forever. Like,
no.
To where it's like, I understand the whole, like, it was just a power keg waiting to fucking happen. Like,
yep.
And it's like, it's so wild to me because we've already kind of seen examples of this elsewhere, even very recently, to where it's like, it's disappointing that like it happened this way too.
Yeah.
As far as like not really, I don't know. I think this is like cutting a little bit actually.
Oh,
that's why I keep looking at this in a certain sort of way. Cause that red bar right there, should usually be like orange or green.
The one up there?
Yeah. And then I'm looking on my phone over here, and it's
might be an internet thing.
It's like skipping like Max fucking.
Do we keep talking?
Yeah, fuck it, because it'll catch what it catches.
So who has been your biggest inspiration in podcasting? Who do you think is the person where you go, God damn, I like their flow through an hour or 2 hours? You know, how does Joe Rogan do 3-hour podcasts?
I mean,
I get exhausted after about an hour 20. I go, even if it's going well and there's good chemistry between me and the guests, I'm just kind of like, we got to eject. We got to wrap it up. I think the longest podcast I think I did was with Derek Demise Media. He's on YouTube also. And I think we did 2 hours. And I was just like, we got to shut down. We got to shut down. I can't go anymore.
Yeah, no, I used to do some long ones when it was like the first show in the living room, and like that was like pre-recorded, and I would lose footage left and right, and I would have to like do all kinds of magic. Like I had a bunch of different like,
and you had like 3 or 4 people on at any given time, right?
Yeah, man. Like I was just doing the most just to try to like, cause just not really understanding like what I could really pull off.
Yeah. And
then eventually fucking, here we are. But,
hey, shout out to Houston. We got someone over in Houston, Blue Effigy.
Yeah. Blue's out in Houston. Yeah. That's the folks. They're regulars. This is all usual suspects right here.
Suspects.
Zan Aykroyd, Blue, Pixie, Assad Aziz. Fucking everybody's up in here. Swammy was up in here.
Nice.
Yeah, we got like I said, we got a regular.
You got a tribe already
to where it's like, and like I don't really even make. Oh yeah, and what's up? No Shame, Jolie Drake, No Shame.
Nice.
Fucking yeah. I don't like. I gave up even like making like real announcements to shit. Like if there's like I'll like probably post some shit the next day, but I don't really. Yeah. I don't announce like, oh hey, we're about to go live in fucking 9 o'clock. Whoopty whoop. Like they kind of know like, oh yeah, this fool's pretty much going live every single night from anywhere from like 8 to 10.
You're inspiring me right now. I need to get more of that attitude. Shizzle Bear. I gotta do that with my YouTube. Like, don't even worry about audio or anything. Just hop on YouTube, do a live thing from the OBS, and then just streaming consciousness right out of my brain and see whatever comes up.
You'll be surprised, man. Like, especially like I said, like all of this definitely started as a way to just keep my open mic skills sharp. But it's transformed into a way to where I don't even think I was riffing this well when I was in like actually doing mics. Like I was always just trying to like stick to.
I get that pop up sometimes too.
Right.
Remind me later, OBS.
Yeah. I always just kind of stick to the game plan for the most part, because I always like, I'm very methodical, so I want to get certain jokes off, right?
Can I give a shout out to Zan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
So you know Faco, right?
Yeah.
So Faco always says the same thing, that I look like Matthew Modine. So guys, I know Matthew Modine is a very common one for me, and here's another common one for your audience.
What's up, Crooked?
What's up, Crooked? Is look, guys, I'm not that guy who played Marty McFly's dad on Back to the Future. All right, I know I look like it, but I'm not that guy. I get that all the time too.
I bet.
I got that so many times.
It's just the slick back hair and the glasses, though. I think anybody with just like the slick hair and the glasses, like it's just like too much.
The glasses. That's it. George McFly.
Right.
2005 Beastie Boy. Mike D. Beastie Boys. I've actually never heard that one.
That's
before.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
But the Matthew Modine, I've heard that all the time. I've heard George McFly.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like these battle rap fans, like they prepared me for comedy.
DJ from Roseanne.
Wow, dude. Dog, these battle fans prepared me for stand-up comedy way better than stand-up comedy ever did, dog.
Oh no, I'm not your old roommate. Actually, where are you from, Pixie? I'm Bay Area. I've been in Bay Area pretty much my whole life. So yeah, we were probably never roomies. No, but this is you know who's a guy who can really flow that I like is Joey Diaz. Did you ever listen to Joey Diaz?
All the time. I honestly, like, you asked me too, like, who's my biggest inspiration is in many ways Joey, for sure, because like, I mean, I don't catch on his stuff all the time, but he's said, like, he's always just stayed so consistent with his same message as far as like listen, like I did all these things, cocksucker, like fucking, cocksucker. You know, like, you know, so it's like, yeah, you know, he is doing a show and shit like that. So it's like, And it probably does help his comedy out too, because he's funny as fuck. Like as far like he's one of those people that he just needs to be just like put a microphone in front of him and let him just be a stream of consciousness over and over.
Yeah.
Like, he works the best that way.
I think so.
So like his podcast is like very necessary to his like shit. 100%. Absolutely. And like of course Rogan, but like I don't catch like everything he does, but I just like the way he's like he'll have like when he has somebody like really really good on, he's really good about just like letting them talk and then just kind of like sitting them there and like maybe like, you know, a question here or there, whatever, but for the most part it's just fucking
see
he's a great listener, and it kind of shows, and he doesn't like he doesn't necessarily have an agenda with people to when he has them on the show and shit like that, and just like he's very free form.
Yeah.
And fucking I listen to a bunch of stuff though.
I see that's what I've been trying to do when I was having my podcast is I want to listen at least twice as much as I'm talking on the podcast. And sometimes I talk more depending on like we were discussing. Sometimes there's lulls, and then you gotta one of you has to pick up the slack, right? But I think what you're doing where sometimes you're having a guest or sometimes you're just flowing, it's a good exercise because then it's going to practice. It's like my mouth has to keep moving. I have to get my thoughts. But here's another crazy thing. Do you ever concern yourself with cancel culture or not really?
No,
because it doesn't affect you.
For one thing, I said a lot of questionable shit in battle rap already, so it's like
it's out there.
If somebody wanted to like cancel me, they could already do it. And even if you do, like most people don't even really like me that much anyway, so it's like I can just say whatever I want.
Yeah.
But I'm not I'm responsible enough to where if I say some wild shit, it's gonna have some sort of like point to it.
Yeah.
I feel if it's not like fuck it, yeah, cancel Ryne, hashtag cancel Ryne.
See, I don't even have enough listeners to be canceled. I'm so insignificant. Yeah, I could go out and say the most obnoxious things.
Me now, it's just like I'm just gonna do my best to be my like most authentic self, and I'm just gonna let the fucking dice fall where they lay on that one.
Yep.
Because it's like, why not? And it's like, because this is like how I've and I've definitely I don't try to do things too much in an angry way, but I've always been very opinionated about a lot of things all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, why not? I can just channel that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, I mean, I got to throw that question right back to you though, because not even just the podcasting too, but where does like the inspiration to like dip your toe into stand-up comedy come from?
It came from, I was in New York a couple years back, and I've always liked stand-up comedy, but never. I always just said, it's an amazing art form. It was probably one of my favorite. I mean, I liked what's that called? Improv, like SNL and Mad TV, and I really obviously Dave Chappelle's show, and Living Color. I always liked Living Color, but even more than those, I liked comedy. So I always liked it. But then I was in New York one time, and I was just going to the different stand-up clubs that, you know, in Manhattan has all kinds. So I went to a couple, and then I left. I go, fuck, I gotta start writing jokes. And so I came back here to the Bay, and I was just writing jokes. And then I decided, let me find an open mic, and Googling around. This was actually I had a stop-start with stand-up comedy. So what happened was, this was probably 3 years ago, where I was Googling around, and I found Woodham's.
Yeah.
And I went to Woodham's. I was literally, my first open mic in my life.
Nice.
Was Woodham's. And Woodham's, one thing, I don't know if you ever experienced, but there was a point where Woodham's was kind of like the show in town in South Bay.
Okay, so I went there once when they had the roast battles.
Okay, so that was when
I seen a giant crowd there.
Giant crowd.
Yeah.
Woodham's used to be just packed. And literally, the first night I did comedy, there was probably 35 comics. Maybe 40. I went up at probably 140, and there was like 3 people. It's like a normal crowd now in Woodham's. There's like 3 people, and I did my set. I go, yeah, that was great. And I went back, and the next week, and I said, I got to do it again. And I went back. I didn't even get up. there was like 45 comics, and Munoz got everyone up, and then was like, sorry, I didn't have time because, they got to shut things down and everything. And then I think I went one more time, and then I was just like, fuck, this is too late. Cause I got a day job. I'm a normal, what do you want to call that? I got a square job, And so I was literally going to meetings at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whatever. I can't do this. And so I just stopped for probably a year and a half.
Yeah. But
I kept writing jokes. Things would pop into my head, and it was almost like a diary, where I go, I wonder how that would play out as a joke. And they're all shitty jokes, right? As all jokes for someone who hasn't been doing stand-up comedy are. And I just kept writing them. And then I was just talking with my wife one day, and I go, you know what? I got too many jokes. I need to go back to open mics. And I went back, and this was about almost 2 years ago. I think it was August of, it was around August, September of 18.
Yeah, because I started at Pepper Tree teen.
That's right. And we first met each other pretty early on.
We bumped into each other at a certain point. I remember us talking like, oh yeah, I just started. Yeah, me too. And then fucking, it's already been 2 years. That's crazy.
2 years. Well, 2020, look, 2020 is, it's a wash. For stand-up. For what you're doing here, this could be, this is amazing what you're doing here, but for us to hone our skills and be better, I'm not making excuses to not write. We should be writing. We should be thinking. Like you said, you're testing stuff out on people you see. We should be doing that. But for the most part, no one's breaking out in 2020 on the stand-up comedy scene. No one's breaking out. This is an asterisk year. If it's our stand-up comedy baseball card, this is an asterisk year for us.
Yeah, this is like those Warriors where that's when they just had the all-women league.
Yep. Doesn't count for us.
But I've been seeing some people in fucking just being soldiers and making do. Like, what's her name? Natasha Collier or Collier? Yeah. Like,
she's doing.
She does those, drive-in stand-up comedy, which I would love to see that. Just because
that woman hustles.
I'd be curious on how that would really go, because it's like.
Well, you wouldn't. I don't think so. You're in a car. So. In a car, you turn your radio station.
You wouldn't hear people, but you would see them laughing, I guess.
You could. Well, I don't know, because their lights are on you. So it would be a situation where if I'm in an audience, I pull up. Are my headlights on or no? They must be off.
They should be.
Yeah, they're off.
That'd be a better visual, though.
How's the light on the perform? Anyway, I don't even know.
I think they just do it in the daytime.
Oh, they do it in the daytime. So you drive up. Daytime comedy. Oh, geez. Drive-through strip club. There we go, Assad.
There is a drive-through strip club somewhere in the South. I was listening to Dumb People Town, and they were covering it.
Dumb People Town. I've never watched that. How is that?
Oh, that's an amazing one. Okay. I got into it when they were just doing the audio one, and that's one of my favorite podcasts of all time.
Dumb People Town.
Yeah, you can even run back the old episodes, and they're still great because they're not really specifically relevant to the time.
Yeah.
They just cover news stories that they deem with dumb people, and they just don't cover anything that's violent or someone, hey, thanks Crooked, that's what's up, man.
Oh, nice.
He said Crooked said, shout out Ryne, who won the Rookie Rumble, in my opinion, just rewatched. Far be it to me to say that your opinion is not valid when it says that I am the winner of something. So I'm not going to correct you, sir. And I'm not mad at you neither, because you threw me $2 just to tell me so, too. So shout out to you, Crooked.
Shout out to Crooked. We don't have drive-through liquor stores here in the West. I can answer that for you, King D.
Wait, but he's saying that King D is implying that they have drive-through liquor stores where he is from. And I believe he's from Norway. Is that our fan that's from Norway? There's a delay, so we'll find out in a minute.
We'll wait on that.
But yeah, this is definitely a great. It's not. Me and Dan were talking about it. This is kind of like a blowjob in comparison for stand-up comedy. As far as just doing this show, it's it's like getting a blowjob when your lady's on your period. It's it'll work. This is cool. But it's
it's not stand-up comedy.
It's not stand-up comedy.
And then Zoom comedy is like a hand job.
Yeah.
And
that's why for me, it's I don't have nothing really against that, especially because Mean Dave probably has a really the one of the better outlooks that I've heard about Zoom comedy shows is just like he treats it as like a writing session, which pretty much, I mean, that's all an open mic is anyway, right? So it's like, what's the harm in just like riffing and just like putting together thoughts with people anyway? He said, I live in the South, originally from the Midwest. Weirds me out having them on every corner in the Georgia. What? Damn, y'all just have drive-through liquor stores, dog? Wow. See, actually out here too, I'll put you on some game too. Out in the valley, a lot of my friends allegedly used to like to do these things called fucking just straight bum rushes. And they would just like get together like 20, 30 deep and like run into like a convenience store real fast and just take like as much as fucking beer and shit as possible.
Breaking the law.
And then like just run out because their mentality was just fucking, they can't catch all of us.
Yeah.
Which they never usually did. And I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
No, you got to pick one.
Clockwork Orange type shit, my dreams.
That is Clockwork Orange. You got to pick one to try and tackle. And if that one ends up being fast, then everyone gets away.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's good strategy, I think, for stealing alcohol. But no, Mean Dave is so smart. Hey, you've had him on this show?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I FaceTime interviewed him.
Okay. Yeah. Mean Dave for I've had him on once or twice before.
Yeah,
but
guy.
I learned so much from him, not just about comedy, but also kind of life. You know, he's a wise man.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I always say this. I gotta post this up. I don't know how he would treat this. If anyone does, hey, you guys follow Mean Dave. I don't know if he has a page on Facebook.
Yeah, he has all the things.
Yeah, hit up Mean Dave on Instagram, or follow him, I should say, not hit him up. But you don't need a Netflix subscription when you're watching a Mean Dave Facebook feed, because the way he interacts with everyone, I could just be reading these things for hours. Doesn't he?
He's really.
He's ruthless. He's trolly. He's wise. He's all of these things.
He has this weird way of like he trolls his own following and they love it. Like, and he does it like in the comments because he's not
masterful.
He's not like a dickhead about it. It's just entertaining. Like,
he's
just
wise.
Entertaining about it.
So here's what he is. He's smart. He knows how to debate. He knows who he is. So that's a big fucking thing when you're a comedian. If you don't know who you are, people can rock you.
Yeah.
That might be in battle rap too.
Yeah.
If you don't know who you are, you'll get rocked.
Oh yeah.
Now, what was I gonna say? So watching his feeds and how he interacts, it's fucking entertaining for me.
Oh yeah, and like he's a great example too. And like me and him got into it too a little bit about how like we've seen. Like, because he was talking about just like the idea of riffing, and there's a way of doing it to where it's like because we were talking about how we've seen people who are quote unquote riffing, but they're just really just like attacking the audience.
Oh, that makes me feel so awkward.
Like, and they're just like going down the list, like going to every single person, and it's just like it's awkward.
It's a verbal assault rifle. I hate it.
And especially like when you're doing it to every single person, it's like it's such a formula to it to where it's just like.
I know those. I know exactly the comics you're talking about.
It's a weird thing, and like Dave does it in such a way that it's like he's never. I don't know. Like
I've never seen him call out an individual.
No,
I see him call out the room.
Yeah,
I see him call out things that are happening in the room, but I've never seen him. I know what you're talking about because I know the names of the comic, and I don't want to put anyone on blast, but. There's some people who go into a room and want to dominate that room so bad that they'll fucking fry. They'll not fry. They'll nuke every motherfucker in the first 3 seats or the first 3 tables. And you're just like, what the fuck? Do you have any jokes?
Yeah. No, that's like,
did you do
I
any
have no
writing?
jokes, so let me just walk the room so no one else have a chance. And that's just going to be funny to me.
Jay Okerson, maybe. Yeah, that could be.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but no, yeah, me and Dave is great people. It's like I said, like too, like I'm trying to definitely reach out to more stand-up comics during this time because I've definitely like all of this like really shook me up. Like we were even getting into this earlier as far as like is there like a silver lining to all of this? And it's like,
yeah,
I know for me personally, it's taught me to just want to like get out of my shell and get more involved in many different ways. And like I was trying to preach on this show a lot about just the theme of if you're capable of doing more, you're kind of obligated to. So it's
dude,
like,
I like that. Say that one more time for me.
if you're capable of doing more, you're obligated to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I just get these ideas in my head of like, I can do this, I can make this happen, and I don't really stop. And I just it gets to a level of like, how much more can I kind of do now? And it's, you know, I don't know. I was trying to string all those together to make one grand point, but I kind of lost it a little bit.
Yeah, no, but I that is the grand point to me, because a lot of this problem is, you know, when it comes to race relations and black and white and oppression and privilege and all these things, a lot of times just doing nothing, that's the crime.
Yeah. No,
not even saying something, not even saying I support you, I appreciate you. That's the crime right there, because they go, am I alone? Am I all alone?
Yeah, no.
Does
like,
no one fucking care, you know?
I had to kind of be woken up, and then, like, you know, I'm checking in with all my friends. Like, I hope you're safe right now, man. Like, fucking, you know, like, it's just wild times out here right now. But
it's wild times, and like, I think it'll be one of those things when revolutions happen.
But if guys like me are like, I want to get involved more because of this, like, maybe that's happening a lot more to other people.
No, it happened to me. It happened to me because I always thought, as long as I'm being a cool guy and I treat everyone, I pay the respect that the respect is due, then I said I'm not a racist and I'm not a part of the problem. But then I go, well, that's only a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Where am I spending my money?
It's
right?
Not,
Where am I volunteering my time? Well, I haven't even thought about where I spend my money, because it never affected me. I just always assumed things. You know, my wife, I drive her crazy because one of the things I say a lot is I say, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. But for everyone, it won't be all right.
Yeah.
For me, it will be all right. And for other people out there, it's not going to be all right, just because they're in a system that's fucked up and racist, and they get treated worse. So I think that's a really strong statement there. If you can do more, you're obligated to do. Is that what you said?
So, yeah, if you're capable, then you're obligated.
Yeah.
Because it's like, especially me, I'm not married. I'm not. You know, I don't really like. I kind of got family, but kind of don't. It's a weird situation.
Oh, no.
So it's like, especially with like having the access to like just go live and do a show, and like the more consistent I want, then I definitely want to like, you know, kind of be very upfront on what like the values of what I want in my show, and if I can offer a voice when I can, then I'm definitely going to. But also at the same time, like, because I've always, from the beginning, my thing about any of the shows that I've always wanted to do was just a matter of putting on people that I like find familiar ground with, or like have just a general respect for in like an artistic way. And I like just want to help promote people in any sort of way. And it's like a lot of the times it's people are very down to do interviews and things like that. It's just a matter of there's not a lot of people out there doing it. No. And it's like
Dude, I feel kind of sometimes with the podcasting community, like we got a strong stand-up community in the Bay Area. There are podcasters, but I feel like we aren't inviting each other on our shows.
And it's like, I think if it's that whole, like, especially because like you look what's happening down south with like, you know, like Rogan and Burr and Segura and like all those guys. It's like, why can't we just like steal their formula and just do that in the Bay?
Dude, I've thought the same.
And it's like, I'm kind of just doing that on my end, especially like I said, like,
because we got talent here,
and like
we just don't talk to each other.
Yeah, and like the more comics I have on and stuff like that, the more I'm starting to get like attention from other comics. Like, oh, okay, like who's this fucking Bill Burr generic looking?
Dude, you look so much like Bill Burr. There have been times where I'm watching you on stage and I'm just like, sweet Jesus, your face looks like Bill Burr. And then even, you know, and I'm saying this like this is a good thing, but even the way you move on stage,
and it's like,
it's very, now your delivery and your voice is different.
Yeah,
but the way you look and the way you move it's like, God damn, this is Bill Burr on stage.
Yeah, that's interesting because it's like I've never really like
have people said that?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
and like I only really got that I only really started getting into Burr in like the last couple of years. So it's like I knew I knew a buddy of mine like that was on him like since like 2004.
Yeah.
But I just like never really I always heard the name, just never really got into his stuff. Not that it was like I watched it but didn't care. It was I just didn't watch it for whatever reason. To where like I only got into it in the last couple of years where I was like, holy shit, what rock was I living under?
Have you seen his Philadelphia thing where he has to roast the whole crowd?
No.
You know what? Let me just Blue Effigy. It's hot here, but King D, there's no humidity.
Nah.
Yeah. See, humidity. So 87% humidity, I'll blow my fucking brains out, King D. Because see, here's the thing. Here in the Bay, not only do we have moderate temperature, we get breezes off the Pacific. And we very rarely get humidity. Yeah, no. When we get humidity, I'm like, what the fuck?
Especially like right where I'm at here in Hayward, like the Bay is like pretty much so like right over here, so it's like
so nice. Hey, there are I want to throw something out there. There are multiple YouTube clips of Bill Burr Philadelphia hecklers. And I don't think you'll get hit with a copyright. Can you try that or no?
Let's try it.
Well, is there a way you could do before you put it up on here? Is there a way we can preview it up there?
Yeah.
So, let's pull up one thing.
If anything, I could just run the audio so they can hear the audio.
Let's just
we can
do
just
that.
Watch the video.
Oh, all you need is audio because the video is actually really bad.
Oh, perfect.
So all you need is the audio.
Yeah, you heathens won't get the video.
No. Well, they know. I mean, they can play along.
Get a strike, you dirty little fucking varmints.
Yeah. Oh, so if you...
Nah, I don't know. Okay. I'm just talking shit. What was it? Bill Burr.
Philadelphia. Rant. Philadelphia. Not reaction. It has to be the actual one. Try the bomb. There we go. But he wasn't bombing. It was hecklers, you know. But no. There we go. Full Bill Burr Philadelphia incident right there.
Yeah, let's listen to this.
So they can hear right now?
Yeah, they can hear it.
Okay, this is comedy history right here, what we're watching.
But you don't stop talking, do you? Like, fuck it, I'll just cook this side for a while, just... You know what's funny? I'm cooking my brain talking about nothing. I'm just walking around like, yeah, I just got a cheeseburger. Oh, fuck all you people. You know what, you fucking losers? I hope you all fucking die, and I hope the fucking Eagles never win the Super Bowl. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck all you motherfuckers, and fuck the Friars. Fuck all of you. Fucking goddamn fucking losers. Boo and Dom Herrera. Suck a dick. All of you. Suck a fucking dick. How's that? No, I'm segueing into my next joke. You can all lick my fucking red nuts. All of you. You can line up in your Harold Carmichael fucking jerseys, and one at a time, you can all suck my dick. City of brotherly love, you bunch of fucking cocks. Just walking around again. Fucking goddamn losers. 52 fucking hours into a show. The fuck am I gonna do at this point? You people on a goddamn acid. Fucking be up here talking about Hitler. That ain't gonna work. What do you want me to talk about? Hey, throw out some topics. Let's talk about heart disease. Something you're all gonna fucking die of, and I'm gonna laugh at your fucking funerals. It's gonna be great. You're all gonna get fucking cancer, which is fantastic because all your fucking heads are shaved anyways. No one's even gonna notice. You're gonna get fired for coming to work too late because they're not gonna notice that you have fucking bone marrow cancer. The only thing's gonna give it away is me laughing at you in the fucking background. You fucking bunch of losers with your fucking cell phone pictures. Fucking suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
Fucking assholes.
That's my
11 more
spirit
minutes
animal.
of this. I hope you all get in your Ford Focuses and fucking drive off the side of that faggot-ass Ben Franklin bridge. You fucking one bridge having, one gives a fuck about. The terrorists will never bomb you people because you're fucking worthless and no one cares about you. You are this high above New Orleans. No one gives a shit. FEMA would never show up for you fucking assholes. I hope your mother has herpes and your tongue, and some other horrific shit happens that involves cancer. To all of you, 11 minutes left. 11 minutes. I hope somebody takes a fucking beer stein and just slaps you on the back of your zit-infested fucking shoulders and your awful man-tit tank tops. I hope that happens to you. I hope the glass fucking digs into your fucking shoulder blade. And then I see you afterwards. Hey, how's it going? You enjoy the fucking show? That's great. And I grab you by the fucking hair, but you don't have any. Did it really have to come to this, people? Did it really have to come to it? I really hope all of you run into all those black people that you love so much here in Camden. I really hope that happens. I hope there's a line of all of you guys getting fucking carjacked and they take out their big black dicks and they just shove them right in your fucking mouths, each and every one of you, and somehow they just keep repeatedly coming right in your fucking eyeballs.
He's bringing the heat,
Until
right?
it builds up so much that your eyes, they fucking crust over. You can't see shit. And somehow there's another dick in there for you to suck. 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left.
Dude, this is genius.
This is what you want. Is this what you want? It's a fucking bunch of fucking losers. Fucking Rocky is your hero. The whole pride of your city is built around a fucking guy who doesn't even exist. The fucking Joe Frazier is from there, but he's black, so you can't fucking deal with him. So you make a fucking statue for some 3-foot fucking Italian, you stupid Philly cheese eating fucking jackasses. I hope that cheese melts your fucking faces off. All of you collectively suck.
Oh my God, dog.
Dick. A fucking booby. 9 hours into a fucking show. Look at you in your fucking Donovan McNabb shirt. I hope he snaps both his fucking ankles in the first goddamn game. I hope you go 0 and fucking 16. I said suck a dick. 8 minutes left.
8 minutes left.
8 fucking minutes left. The Flyers, do they even fucking exist anymore? Bunch of goddamn pansies, haven't won shit since fucking Gerald Ford was in office. Why don't you just have the fucking ice capades down there, you assholes? You probably wouldn't even notice the difference. That fucking pussy teams, remember they had that whole season where they wore the slacks? You bunch of faggots. What else? What else? I attacked your mothers. It's 8 minutes. I'm doing it all. I'm fucking standing
No,
here.
yeah, he's definitely from Boston.
Look, I broke the mic stand. I got a little fucking cane now. I'm gonna be the little observational comedian up here. What's that, sir? What do you have to say, sir? Never passed the fucking 8th grade. What brilliant shit are you gonna fucking tell me, huh? Go back to the dock and go unload some shit. You fucking warehouse working, weed smoking, fucking disappointment for your mother. 7 minutes left. 7 motherfucking minutes left. And I'm doing all fucking 7. You fucking assholes. Fucking standing backstage for 3 hours to get booed by this GED fucking stupid ass piece of shit fucking crowd. Bunch of fucking losers. I hope your fucking radios fall on your head tomorrow. The fucking antenna goes right in your fucking ears.
In my hand already.
You fall out of one of those piece of shit buildings. Fuck all of you and fuck the Liberty Bell. And shove it up Ben Franklin's ass. What do you think about that? All of you motherfuckers. I hope that bridge collapses onto your pathetic lives. Go fuck yourselves. 6 minutes left and I will be selling my CD after this shit, you motherfuckers. And the only way you get one is if I throw one at your fucking stupid heads. You bunch of racist fucking morons. Look at this. What are you taking a picture of, E-Rock, huh? This is the most, I'm saying all the shit I wanted to say for 14 minutes. This right here is the theme of my set, a broken mic stand. 3 motherfucking minutes
Everyone,
left.
he broke his mic stand.
3 fucking minutes left. What's left? The Phillies, that faggot-ass team named after a female horse. You bunch of pussies. You won 1 fucking World Series since 1880s. Suck a dick. Bring Tug McGraw back from the dead, you athletes. You have a soccer team? That's all I got left, huh? You got a fucking ping pong team? Some other shit-ass fucking team that's never gonna win a championship? You guys haven't won a Super Bowl since they had face masks, you fucking jackass. Roman Gabriel running around a fucking leather helmet. Ah, suck a dick. What's he, a dad or something? You don't know who the fuck he is. I ironed my fucking shirt for this shit. Went to the Banana Republic, picked a $20 shirt off the rack. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Getting booed by people sitting in the fucking grass. Goddamn launch seats. It's fun, isn't it? It's great. I'm actually getting fucking paid right now, people. I'm getting paid to shit all over you guys. Bands that no one gives a fuck about. 4 minutes left. You with your Rush fucking t-shirts. I beat the shit out of my girlfriend. That felt great. It really felt great. I want to thank you guys for having me. You guys were phenomenal. Each and every... Oh no, I got 4 minutes left. I got 4 fucking minutes left to fucking talk about you cunts. That's not bad. That's not bad. 12-minute rant. That's the first time I said cunt. That's a fucking record. I'm gonna finish my set by taking this mic stand base like a fucking disc. I hope I hit a baby in the fucking head. The one fucking kid who would actually go to college in this fucking crowd. What's that, sir? Dave Chappelle, yes, he's not here. I wish I was on his fucking tour right now. Maybe I wouldn't have a bunch of cunts not fucking paying attention 4 hours into a goddamn show. 3 fucking minutes left. 3 minutes left in this motherfucking tirade. Boring. What's that? Sir, why are you screaming? You're in the front row, you dumb fuck. God, I hope this whole crowd, I just hope mass AIDS full blown, like fucking you get weak as you walk to your fucking cars, you just pass out, and they just find you next to your 83 fucking Monte Carlo with gravel embedded into the side of your fucking bald ass fucking heads.
Bill.
Yes?
What about Vincent Papalio?
What about what?
Vincent Papalio.
What about not fucking interrupting me, you jackass? That fucking
That was
record, you
Patrice's
son of a
idea,
bitch.
sorry.
I'm fucking trying to deal with this bullshit. Jesus Christ, the goddamn people on the show are giving me shit. So anyways, back to the jokes. I got a computer recently, people. Fucking motherfuckers. I'm putting 2 minutes left. The last 2 minutes is gonna be my rider for the rest of this fucking tour. I go on first, I do 3 minutes. That's it. I come out here with a fucking gun, right? That's what I do. I come out with a fucking gun, hollow tip bullets, and I just start fucking shooting people, okay? And everybody's chained to their fucking chairs. I just blow all your fucking brains out, like just one after another. Just fucking walk, 2 to the back of the head, never ending, coming out like a fucking Mexican with those 2 fucking crosses of bullets. I just blow all your fucking brains out. I would really enjoy blowing everybody's brains out. Just fucking, just the next day, somebody mopping up the 3 pounds of fucking brains that are actually in this goddamn crowd. 1 minute left in the period. Alright, listen. This doesn't change anything, this set. I still fucking hate you people. And I hate this fucking city. I hate the way you eat, your little shitty ass fucking Subway. And why don't you fucking build something for Joe Frazier and get that fucking idiot. You guys all gonna go see Rocky 19? Oh, dude, I think you can win. Listen, I'm out of time. You guys were here, man. Thank you very much.
Oh my fucking God, that's great, dude. I've never seen that or heard about that.
No, but it's genius, right?
Oh my God, like there's just a talent in fucking just having just straight fucking alligator shark skin and just fucking go. Like just fucking the moment he was like 7 minutes left and I will be using every one of them. Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
It was like, and I will be selling my CD too.
But I
the only way you can, the only way you can buy it is if I fling it at your fucking foreheads.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, he's good.
Fucking shit, man. Oh my god. Yeah, so fuck, man. We went an hour though.
We had an hour.
Yeah, fuck.
You know what? That's a good way to take us out with that clip.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like
this has been fun, dude. This hour, I feel like I blinked my eyes.
Yeah, no, like, and it goes like that, especially when it's just weird, man. Like I've just gotten into this niche of just put the cameras on and just fucking have folks talk. Like, and I don't really have, like I said, I kind of have a rough outline of like, you know, because I know, you know, if I'm interviewing someone, I already kind of have like a rapport with them, so it's like I already kind of know maybe certain things I would ask, or just like certain topics we would get on anyway. And like, I feel like anything that I didn't ask, we just covered anyway.
Yep, that's right.
So yeah, make sure you guys go.
Am I Making Sense?
Yes.
It's on wherever you get a podcast, and I got a channel too, a YouTube channel. Am I Making Sense? Although it's kind of been dead for, like I said, the last 4 weeks or so. So yeah, dude, you inspired me. I gotta up my game.
Fuck, man, yeah,
for sure.
It's honestly, it's, at a certain point, it's just I'm just making it as fun as possible. And and you were saying too, like it's like a good little time capsule, and it's like I definitely want to. A lot of part of this was like a way of like, I'm kind of sometimes an angry ass person, so it's like I like to like have a show to where I'm kind of held accountable for like not just having angry rants all the time about things, and like trying to actually like put things into like a construction, like a constructive manner, or like try to build a joke out of something like that, and whoop-de-whoop.
Yep.
So
I hear that. I hear that.
Man.
When you have other people on your podcast, a lot of times there's a lot more positivity than if you just start ranting into a microphone.
And it's just like, it's great because it brings like a social element out of me that like I've kind of been like suppressing.
Well, especially with shelter in place.
Yeah, but now that's the ironic thing though, is like now with this, it's like I want to like reach out to folks more, and I'm like trying to hit up a bunch of people all the time for interviews and things like that now, since I'm doing this show pretty much every single day.
Well, if you're doing it every day, I'm gonna come over more often.
Oh,
if I'm
fuck
welcome.
Yeah, man.
Because
at a certain point we're gonna be recycling people for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes I just be sitting here and watching like Japanese wrestling or fucking whatever. Like, as long as like we know fucking we can get away with it, I don't mind like showing shit on the screen and whatnot.
That's the one thing I got to figure out is what I can share from YouTube if I do something like this, because I know it's tricky. Some stuff you can pop up, others you can't. Audio like this, I don't even think it matters, right?
I don't think so. No, especially not from like, because like you said, like this has been shared so much anyway. Like Burr's probably not even really tripping. It's like whatever this channel is probably didn't really get permission from him, so.
No,
I can't
that's
imagine.
just a camera.
We ain't even gonna shout him out because fuck it.
Fuck it.
But yeah, no, thanks for everybody fucking tuning in.
You
before
guys
we
are
go
awesome.
though, like since there's like a delay, if there's anything you guys want to like just fucking throw out there really quick before we go, fucking just let us know. But yeah, thanks as always for fucking tuning in to the live chat. If you're watching this retroactively in the future, thank you as well, because you can do those sorts of things.
We have the technology, motherfuckers.
Time is relative.
Yeah. Nice.
But
all right.
yeah, I'm not really seeing nothing. All right, folks.
All right, guys.
You guys have a good night.
That was fun.
Yeah, thanks again.